everyone, Ronin Man back. Today we're doing another Patreon request. This is from Dragon Phly, so another shout out to Dragon Phly. And here we are going to be checking out a band called Sokoninaru, and the song is called Tenohira De Odoru. I don't know what that means. Hopefully I said it correctly. But yeah, I don't know anything about this band whatsoever. I've seen this name being tossed around a little bit and within like my last few reactions, and no idea what I'm walking into. I'm thinking it's gonna be, I don't know. I think it's gonna be heavy. I don't know what kind of heavy, but it's gonna be heavy. We're just gonna go ahead and dive on in. Ooh. Oh, 3-piece, okay. Ooh. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Really quick time changes. Oh my god. So many changes going on. A lot of inserts of little ideas and pauses, things on upbeats, and just pure cymbal hits and silencing the cymbal, and a lot of definitely, and then a lot of fun stuff in there, like hitting harmonics and just like letting things ring out openly for those little pauses and breaks. Like I'm just waiting for the moment where they like stick to something for just long enough for me to headbang a little bit, because that's just what I love to do. But it's just so packed and it's really rich, full of all of these little inserts. And man, you got to be insanely talented to be sitting there with the stringed instruments while singing and doing all of those pauses and these little quick little fills of of tapping, and the bass player is really incredible too. All three of these people, incredible. So fun. Ooh. Wow. Oh my god. my god. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. Love the guitar tone. We've been listening to a lot of bands that have guitars with humbuckers, and not too many bands that are jamming out with jazz masters. And while, yes, you can make guitars, different types of guitars fit with many genres and stuff like that. But the main difference will be whenever you notice that there are these little moments when he's playing clean. Those are going to be the main differences, because you're really going to be hearing the voice of, it's a bit of the amp too, but you're going to be hearing the voice of that guitar through those Jazzmaster pickups. I think that was a Fender. I didn't really pay too much attention to the headstock. But yeah, once he was able to put some distortion on top of that, then he can just rock out, and it's going to sound like most any other guitars. There'll be some subtle differences in how the strings ring out, and you can hear a little bit of the scale length as well, compared to other humbucker guitars. But really, yeah, once you notice those brief little moments where he's doing those little fills and he's playing a couple chords here and there, you can really hear the jangliness of the strings and whatnot. And that's kind of a particular voicing that's coming out of that guitar. Because at least in those moments, even the amp is just trying to play clean at that point. So you're getting a much more literal translation of what that guitar has to offer. And that's really cool. It offers kind of a more unique voice in this whole spectrum of Japanese bands that really like to rock out hard, but also like to kind of insert these little clean areas, and it helps diversify between bands and between songs, even stuff like that. So that's just something I pay attention to, just listening to how they go about their sound. And it's cool that even for the video, they've got their whole setup there with the pedals, which it's all for show for the video, but otherwise it's cool to get a good idea of what their setup is like. And he's got many pedals on there, so he probably plays a lot with different sounds, and has to dial in. And music is one of those things where you can accomplish the same thing in more than one way, so it really just depends on how you as the player can wrap your head around the gear that you're using. So it's not even like, oh, you have the best gear, so you've got the best sound. It's how do you understand your own gear and how well you're able to use it because of how well you understand it. I suppose that translates to things outside of music too, but it's definitely apparent here. If you don't understand your own gear, it doesn't matter how good your gear is. You can only take it so far. So it's pretty cool to see that. So I wonder if they run their amp clean for the most part, and all of their sounds are really through their pedals. That's one approach that you can have when it comes to guitar tone. And another, going the opposite way would be if you rely more on your amplifier to create those tones for you, and maybe you have a minimal amount of pedals and stuff like that. I usually go that route, but perhaps this person likes to go the other route. But I'd be interested in knowing how they go about it, because there's not really, again, there's not one way of doing everything. So, but that's just my knee-jerk reaction to how they have their setup. But I also want to point out that bass player is freaking amazing. If you're going to keep up with a guy like that or a drummer like that, and that goes for all of them, if you're going to keep up with the bass player and the guitar player, or if the guitar player's got to keep up with the bass player and the drummer, it doesn't matter from what perspective you have. They've all got to be at the top of their game, it looks like, and really amazing. So many pauses and breaks and fills in that song. I don't even want to know how they approached writing that one. Maybe they're just on that level. I don't know. Maybe they could read music and just be like, here, just read this and follow that and you're good to go. I don't know. But I would have a hard time learning that song myself for sure. Because I'm just like, wait, what? Why are we pausing here? What? No, is that what? Okay, we're changing time. Okay, I don't understand. Because I'm a lot simpler when it comes to me writing music. So this is like a whoa, me glimpsing into a different world, another world of music, for sure. But amazing band. I would love to hear more from this band, to be honest, just to see where else they go, or if it's kind of more or less same thing, just different song somewhere else. I don't know, but I would like to hear more. Thanks again, Dragon Phly, for the request. Appreciate you. I really enjoyed that, and I hope the rest of you enjoyed the reaction. I really enjoyed checking that out. I guess I'll go ahead and see you guys next time.